Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 7th, 2019, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, just one event coming out of the United States at 5 p.m. South African time. It's the ISM Non-Manufacturing PMI number. Now, this is an inflationary number, not a massive number, but you do want to know that it is coming out. Last week, we had non-manufacturing PMI number. We had manufacturing PMI number last week. So, with that said, a lot of rotation in the markets. Taking a look at a market roundup, we're looking at the Forex symbols. US dollar is much weaker versus the major pairs. We'll take a look at that. And that's really on the back of the fact that the Dow Jones surged higher last Friday, over 700 points on positive NFP results that came out on Friday. So the dollar being weaker is to be expected. It's a little bit of a rotation. We know that from previous setups. Now, looking at the commodity, oil bounces, gold retraces, but is still strong. And incidentally, I want to draw this fact that the Dow Jones and oil have been trading in tandem. Okay, so you do want to see both of them, how they're trading against each other, because they have actually been trading together. When Dow Jones goes up, oil goes up, and vice versa. So please be aware of that, and we'll take a look at that also today. And lastly, in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, big gap up this morning. And not just that, we mentioned this last week, that it was setting up a bull flag and looking like it wanted to take up higher. And sure enough, we got that confirmation this morning. So let's see what we could expect from today's trading.
This conference will now be recorded.
So I see an opportunity here in the Euro USD. As you can see, we're trading right in the smack in the middle of these two upper and lower limits. Okay, the upper limit being 114.80-ish level and the lower limit 113.30-ish limit. Now, the point is that we're trading right smack in the middle of this. Okay, if we look at some of the other pairs, the major pairs versus the dollar, we'll see that they're trading actually at the top of the range. Look at that. We're looking here at the GBP USD, and it's just trading at 127.46-ish level. And if we look at the Aussie dollar, just as well, we bounce much higher than we look like we did in the Euro USD. So possibly, if this doesn't rally or play catch up today, this may sell off and see itself back down at this 1330-ish level. So please be aware of that for later today. Now, jumping into USD-ZAR, I generally don't cover it, but today it actually looks like something might be interesting as this unfolds later today. We are at previous support level, previous resistance level. That was previous support. That was previous resistance, and right there, the Fibonacci level right there. So if we do continue to break this down, we could definitely hit this 1345-ish level. However, if it doesn't, then it can continue bouncing off of this 1395-ish level and just bounce maybe 20 to 30 pips on the upside. However, this has been very volatile, so just be aware of that. It is making somewhat lower highs here. Nothing really, spectacular, but you do want to just be aware of it as later today actually things kind of clear themselves out, and if we see continued strength in the Dow Jones, we could see continued weakness in the US dollar. Okay, now jumping into that oil, that's the graph of oil. We bounced off of this 42.95-ish level, as you can see here. The beautiful setup with this Fibonacci's, as you can see. The next resistance level at $50 a barrel. Okay, and we're only about $1.40, 30 cents away from that. So with that said, okay, if we don't continue this little rally, we could see it maybe, faltering between these two moving averages and going back down to this 42.95-ish level. So be aware of that as that trades later today. Now, we mentioned gold. Gold kind of took a break last Friday, and it was about time. Okay, it's been going from 12.12 in November, middle of November, end of November-ish time to 1300. Okay, look at that massive rally that we had, and this correctional move is just a matter of fact. Okay, and we'll see if this actually corrects itself, double topping, and seeing if it does follow suit again to maybe correct itself down to the 1260-ish level, 1270-ish levels, the next real support level. So just be aware of that. Now, looking at that Dow Jones, massive day last Friday, going from 22,586 up to 23,500-ish level. It continues with after hours trading, but intraday we went over 700 points. We're just gapping a little bit, selling off a little bit here at 23,478-ish level. We'd like to see some continued rally here. Okay, ultimately, before we give this up, I'd like to see it go to the 24,800-ish level. That's where I expect it to go over the next couple of weeks. Now, it's not going to happen over today, tomorrow, but it may actually take some time until it gets there. But I do expect it to bounce a little bit sharply since we've had this massive move downwards. This is just so amazing for traders, intraday traders, but we're looking for that rally further up to 24,800-ish level. Let's see if we get it. But that's my, short-term goal. I think that that's what's gonna happen, and then we're gonna test the lows once more. But looking at today, it may just take a breather today and just sell off a little bit, just because the market's been a roller coaster ride, and I think traders are really tired and really don't know what to do next, and they're just waiting for that positive news to take it higher or the negative news to take it lower. So just be aware of that. Now, looking at Apple, it did move upwards quite sharply from 142 to up to 147. However, okay, I'd like to see it bounce higher. Okay, if it doesn't bounce higher, then we can expect it to sell off further, I think, later this year. Okay, I mean, just a year ago we were trading, closer to this 130-ish level, 120-ish level, and the Dow Jones was trading much higher. So there's some relative weakness in Apple as we continue trading there. So, just be aware that Apple is hurting a little bit, and some people are saying it's because of some of the things that are coming out of China that are competing with Apple. China's complaining that it's I'm sorry, Apple is complaining that it's Donald Trump, some of his importing issues with China. So whatever it is, it's affecting the stock. And obviously, this is something that may still correct itself further down on the way down. Now, looking at that Bitcoin, now this is what I'm talking about. We're looking at a 30-minute chart, and we'll see this morning, big gap up, okay, from 3,700 to 3,900. As you can see here, it's a decent gap up this morning, and it looked like it was solidifying here, as it was making this, bull flag on a daily. Let's look at that. That was a little bit better there. And then, just gapping up. We're still at this top of this range. I'd like to see it, if it is going to correct itself, I'd like to see it break out above 42, 41-ish level for a continued breakout. So that's what I'd be looking for today. If it doesn't break out, then maybe it'll close up the gap for an opportunity to short it and see if it does, tank later today. So be aware, this is a very volatile symbol, so just trade accordingly. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day.